Hello, today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to use iPicky.com to edit a template that you have just downloaded from zzdesigns.com. That's zzdezignz.com. So we find ourselves on iPicky.com, and there are some ads here, but what we are concerned about is right in this area here. We're going to click on Start Editing. I signed up for an account just to make things easier. You don't have to if you don't want to. So you can see I've already put some photographs in here that we will use later on. But right now we're going to upload the templates, or the template images that we just downloaded. Purchased, I should say, and downloaded. I'm going to my original. So there's some extra stuff here. We want to open multiple images. We're going to open the 3-photo template and the word art that goes along with it. So I held down Control on a PC so I could select both of them and open both of them at the same time, so I don't have to do them separately. Now we're going to start with the Facebook cover template, and we're going to hit Edit. So that brings up our template. And now we need to add our photos in. Up here at the top, we're going to click on Blender, Layer Photos, Add Text and Stickers. This would be the layers area if you're using Photoshop. And our template comes up as the background automatically because it's the first one. And we're going to click on this little padlock here to make it grayed out. That will be so later on we can move the order of the layers. Next, we're going to add a photo. And so you see the photos that I had already loaded in there. Select the first one, click and drag. Once you let it go, then you have to click on it again. Now it'll allow you to resize it and reposition it by clicking on the corners. Up here, it allows you to rotate it. Just kind of doing a rough estimate here. We can tweak this a little bit more later. And you'll notice this is on top right now. We will change that when we get farther in. And one really neat thing here is if you hover over one of the layers, it shows you which item you are selecting. So now we're going to add our next photo. We'll do this one. Rotate. And resize. Oh, and you can see that it's not quite rotated right, but it's close. And these photos just happen to fit where I want them. You might, depending on what you have, you might have to edit some or all of your photos outside of this. I do believe you should be able to just open up another tab and open up another instance of iPicky.com. And I apologize if to the creators of the website if I am pronouncing that wrong. But you might have to do that to get it to work just right. These ones are just happen to be cropped very nicely for this project. All right. Now if we want to get back to see all of our layers, we just click right here. And it shows you all of your layers. Oh, there they are. All right. So now we're going to click on the background, which as you remember was the original. And we are going to click right here where it says Bring Forward. And now you'll see that the border is around the first photo and the second and the third. Now the problem that can happen didn't happen in this case because I did it correctly the first time. I did the lowest one, then the second, and then the third picture to get them all nice and neat in there. But if I didn't, say we'll grab our second one here. You also notice they're in the order that they are. So the background's on top. It's kind of funny. And then this is the next one down, next one down, next one down. So just to show you, I'm going to bring that one forward. So say I put the second horizontal one in before I put the vertical one in. Now this photo is bleeding into this frame. I can just click on either of the two, but this particular one, we're going to click on the last one and we are going to move that forward. And by the way, oh no, I've moved it too far forward. You can just hit this button right up here and it will undo the last action, or you can redo if you decide, no, I did actually want it that way. Now, you'll notice this does not have the word art on it yet, but I'm going to save this because once I finish it's going to flatten it, it's going to make it one image. And adding word art, or you could add your own text here if you wanted to, will not be editable from that point. So we kind of want to make a save point right here. And we're going to undo adding the text. We're going to hit check, combines it. And actually before we save this, we're going to crop it. We're going to select Facebook cover, which will keep it all nice and constrained. And some of the templates, a photo, or depending on the photos you have, they might go outside of the image itself. And so you want to just make sure that you go ahead and hit apply. And boom, it's done. And we're going to hit the disk up here for save. And make sure that you save it as a new name than what you had before. I call this Chloe, and I apologize if you hear her in the background. She is my doggie, and she can be naughty. You could also, if you didn't want to save it to your computer, you could also save it directly to Facebook. We're going to turn our quality all the way up, because why not? And save to my computer. Sure, we'll save it right there. That works. And then we're going to hit continue editing. So now we have that as our save spot. Going to go back to the layers. If you'll notice, now the photos are saved all as one image. And now we're going to add our word art. Remember when you're positioning this or adding your own text that you're going to have your profile picture down here in the lower left. And then your name is sort of in the middle. And there are a few buttons, which exactly what they are is escaping me at the moment, but they will be down here in the lower right. And this is why I wanted to have a save state, because say I put this right here, and then when I upload it to Facebook, I go, oh no, it's covering up something, or it's being covered up by something else. Or if I completely forget and I put it down here, now it's completely covered up by my profile picture, or mostly covered up, I should say. And again, you can rotate this if you want. Just hover over it, it gives you the little rotate tool. Okay. And you can add your own text if you want. Up here, select it. We'll put Chloe. And if you want to change the color, you don't want black, if you use the little eyedropper tool here, you can hover over different parts of the design, and you'll notice as I'm doing that, the color is changing up top. Now I'm just going to make it white, because that makes more sense. But then there's a whole bunch of different fonts you can choose from, and it automatically will refresh for you, so you can kind of get an idea, and then you can resize it if you want, and again, you can rotate it. And you can use these sliders to make it bigger or smaller, move it up and down in layers, change its alignment. You can fade it, so it's just kind of there. I'm not going to get into the different blend modes. You can play around with those if you want. We're going to go with normal. And there are a lot of different fonts here. Oh, let's do this one. Oh, never mind, I don't like that. Undo. Very helpful. There was another one that I'm familiar with that I wanted to try, though. Where did it go? HoneyScript. Yeah, we'll do that. And if you just click on, if you don't click on one of the corners, if you click on one of these middle ones, it does allow you to resize disproportionately. It keeps it, you know, proportionate if you do one of those and not if you don't. So we are going to say we are happy with that. There's also these stickers in here. I haven't played around with them myself, so I don't really know how good they are. They're fine, I'm sure. And you can make different shapes if you want. We're going to cancel that, and then we're going to check it because we're happy. And save again, all the way to the end. Move it all the way up to the top. Chloe 2015 test, just for fun. Save to my computer, and it brings up that same location. You can choose a different one if you want, and we're done. Close. Now, the really cool thing is it does remember the previous projects that you've done. So, say you uploaded that and then realized, no, the profile picture is not where you want it. See, I've done several different versions here. This is the one before that, where it just has the pictures. So now you can re-add in that word art and text if you want. There it is. And it brings it back up. That is all there is to it. We're going to cancel out because we don't need to save that. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful. You can find my various templates by going to zzdezignz.com, and feel free to shoot me a message via the conversations option through the Etsy shop if you require help. And I'm trying to find the program now so I can stop it recording.